Coming up today, he's helping contestants win a fortune, but it is a... Dermot O'Leary, where is he? Dermot O'Leary.
Where is he?
Where? Where? Oh my word! Oh my word! A small fortune. Hello, Dermot the leprechaun. Look at him there.
What? Am I allowed to tickle you?
Go on, give us a little tickle.
That's hashtag me too, I'll tell you.
I asked permission.
Goodness me.
It's lovely to see you, Dermot.
Anyway, big show, but it's called A Small Fortune, and we're going to be talking about mini Dermot there with all of that, what he plans for all that. Don't fall off now. Stop being smart. You'll fall off and hurt yourself. Stop it. So, game number one, Dermot has brought in a very tiny version of Coronation Street's Rover's Return. I have to say, Dermot, the detail...
The attention to detail on all the models.
Amazing.
I mean, even like the wallpaper,
Yeah,
the
we've got
foam.
such a great team that worked on theatres around the world, and they've come in and even the ones you play in the office before they, properly put them together have been brilliant. So, idea of the show, I don't know if you want to know right now.
Yes,
the idea of the
yes,
show,
yes.
tiny games, win 3 games, teams of 3, win 3 games, get to the final and play for all the money you've banked.
Are these those really highly addictive things that, someone gets out, around their house and then everyone wants to go? They go, oh, I'm not really interested. And then suddenly everyone wants to go.
And it's one of those game shows that it looks so much more simple than it actually is. So this, for example, this is a rover. This is called pint size, where all you have to do is flick this little pint glass. I imagine there's a replica of this around your house, correct?
Of course,
yeah.
Coronation Street's my
If there's
fave.
not, there will be after the show.
And all you have to do is quite simply, you have to slide the pint glass from there to here. It has to land there.
Has to land there, and the one that is furthest to the end, closest to jeopardy, is the winner. Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can do that for this.
Gotta give
But
it a
at the moment, you'll be playing together
Ruthie.
on the night.
Right.
Aren't you sending me first?
Yeah, you're first.
That's
on
gallant
the
of
show,
him.
but on the show, do people get a test one?
So what happens is you get 1 free practice.
Just asking.
After that, every game you play, there's a prize fund of £50,000 in the pot.
Okay.
At the end of 3 games, we add that money together, and you're playing for whatever you bank so far. So you get a free one, and then after that, every practice you have costs you £5,000. So we get the audience involved.
Overcomplicated.
Why? It's a simple
So
format.
basically, you're not giving me a free practice. I've
You
just
can have
got
a
to
free
go.
practice.
So I've just got to slide. Oh, hang on.
Yeah, but now, hang on. Think about
Don't you make me
lights go
nervous.
down
Yeah.
for 50
Right.
grand.
Yeah.
OK, lights down.
Yeah, come on.
For 50 grand, Ruth.
Yeah, there you go.
Awful
my
if you
team.
missed. The awful if it fell off.
Are they
I mean,
are the opposition allowed
there a
to?
little bit.
Are the opposition allowed to?
He's supposed to be on your team.
But he's not.
Hey! Nice.
Ruthie, that will be very hard to beat. That is like optimum position.
Thanks.
Optimum position. All
So
I've
it's
got to
about there,
do is
wasn't
to
it?
get further than you did, OK? Without going on.
Please go off the end. Please go off
For
the end.
50 grand. Yes!
I think that was the
That did
same.
it.
I
That
think
is
it was
not the
exactly
same. Get VAR. Get
are you doing?
VAR
You're ruining
involved
my
in this.
set.
Look.
You've broken his set.
That is definitely further.
Just knocked a light off the
It's all right.
Coronation
It's luckily
Street set.
magnetic.
What are you doing?
So, you two did it, bit of fun, but when the lights go down and there's 50 grand, it's amazing how many people they do really well in
Come
rehearsal.
and sit down.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah,
he's
we'll
just showing off.
No, I got
standing
so
there.
excited
I want
when
to have another go.
It's amazing how many
That was
people when we
real
did the
skill,
show.
But I got millimetres ahead of you there.
When we did the show, it's amazing how many people or teams, like they do the first practice, no problem. And then it might take another practice, another 2 practices. But when you press the button, the lights go down. We have Brian Blessed doing the voiceover. And let's say they're playing for 50 or 35 grand in that game or whatever. It's amazing how many people just suddenly go to pieces.
And
you
isn't
know, in
it
a
the
way-
very isn't it the very end game? Is it like one of those where you have to do the?
So if I could sort of sum up the whole show, it's kind of a cross between, it's sort of micro games, macro studio. It's a cross between, the games could be a cross between Operation or Jenga. And the last game is, there's a pole, it's an electrified pole, and you have to, a little ring around it, and you have to go all the way up. There it is, yeah. That's our end game.
And that's your studio.
And then you're playing, it's a mini version of our studio, and then you're playing for all the money you've banked. So if you can get the tiny ring up the pole, then you can
a really
sort of,
ultra sophisticated version of old-fashioned pub game.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
definitely part of that.
Yeah.
It's been a real hoot to do.
Are you a lover of a pub game? Like if you went in and there was Skittles or something, would you ever go?
Yeah. There's a great one in America called Shuffleboard. Have you ever played that?
No.
It's not dissimilar to that actually, but it's enormous, and you can almost wax the board, and they've got sand on the board, and it's kind of like indoor curling.
Yeah. Are you quite competitive?
say I'm not, but...
Yeah, a bit like his football team last Friday.
You knew that was coming, didn't you?
Anyway,
So much.
Tell me this, my friend. Now, what way are you running this? Is this once a week? Is this stripped across the week? Or
yeah, once a week.
Once a week.
Saturday, 7 o'clock on this their ITV.
Yeah.
And you're there to encourage them and
Yeah, I mean,
keep their nerves at bay.
you have fun with them because there are certain teams we had in the series that, like, we're not too precious with them. We can have a bit of fun. If they're really bad, then you can call them out on being really bad.
And did the audience get involved?
Oh, yeah, totally. So, like I said, you get a few practices. Every practice costs you £5,000, so the audience get really annoyed if they take too many practices. So, the option is always press the button or practice. So press or practice, and the audience just go, push the button. And I said to them very early doors, we wanted to get involved and have a bit of fun with it. And it's a great show because it doesn't take itself too seriously, but the jeopardy then kind of looks after itself as it goes along. So by the end, you're really rooting for these people to,
And what are they? Are they families? Are they mates? Are they
a little bit of everything? So the first show we have a group of footballers who are part of the disabled England football team, and then we have I think we've got some choir boys who've known each other all their lives and so forth. So it's been brilliant.
Lovely.
Good man. I hope it goes well for you, Dermot.
Thanks,
this
mate.
Saturday, ITV at 7 o'clock.